going on, guys? It's Sacred Eagle, and it's Wednesday, so that means I'm going to be doing my picks video. Man, still a little upset over that Eagles loss. I mean, why wouldn't I be upset? But time to move on. We got a pretty big game this week, but we're going to start off with tomorrow night. The Bears go to play the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, and I personally believe that the Packers, I mean, come on. The Bears, yes, Brian Hoyer is doing pretty good. I mean, he's what, thrown over 300 yards in his past like 3-4 games. I mean, that's pretty good. But have they won anything? No, they haven't won. They've won one game, but other than that, they haven't won much. They're 1-5 right now, bottom of the division, one of the worst teams in the NFL. Packers will win this game. Try to rebound off of that freaking Cowboys game. Giants and the Rams play in London. This is a pretty even game. I'm going to say that the Giants are going to win, though I want the Rams to win. Giants, to me, have a better offense. Their defense they can go after the ball. They can make some plays happen. They're not that consistent, especially on defense. But the Rams, I mean, they've lost 2 straight. They don't make that many big plays. I think the way to win this game is to make some big plays and definitely shut down Odell Beckham Jr. So I think the Rams will lose this game. I want them to win, though, so let's hope that they can prove me wrong for all of the people in the division, like not just Eagles, but you know what I mean. Cleveland goes to play Cincinnati for an AFC North showdown, and I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I'm going with Cincinnati because they need this game. The Cincinnati Bengals, they're 2-4 right now, 3rd place in the division, and they need a win. They need to bounce back and keep themselves in this division because Ben Roethlisberger, he's most likely going to have surgery on that knee. I forget what the injury was. I can't remember it right now, but he's going to have surgery on it most likely, and that is a big setback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It gives it gives the Raiders, I'm all out of sorts. It gives the Ravens and the Bengals a perfect opportunity to actually, get a shot at taking away this division from the favorites. I predicted the Steelers to have playoff potential this year, and I mean, after the Eagles blew them out, I kind of started to rethink that. And now Ben Roethlisberger's injury, yeah, I'm really rethinking that. So if the Bengals want to keep up in this division, this is the game to get them started. I'm going to go with the Bengals to win that game. The Redskins go to Detroit to play the Lions, and I hate both of these teams. I hate the Lions. I mean, I've never liked the Lions, but after what happened 2 weeks ago, after what happened on Thanksgiving last year, I don't like the Lions at all. The Redskins, I hate division rivals, but the Redskins, they're most likely going to win this game. Reason being is because they're red hot. I mean, they won 4 straight after starting out 0-2. The Detroit Lions, they started out 1-3. They won the past 2 games, but that doesn't mean that they're the better team. I think the Lions, they can win this game, but they're going to have to do a lot in order to do that. Getting after Kirk Cousins is one thing. It's always difficult to get that man down. I don't know why. The offensive line always seems to be pretty strong, especially against division rivals like the Eagles and the Giants. You can never really get to Kirk Cousins. You can make him he can make turnovers. We saw the pick 6 this Sunday by Malcolm Jenkins, which is pretty freaking awesome to watch. It really lifted our spirits up. It tied up the game. We were thinking, all right, let's see if we can actually win this, and it didn't happen. So you can clearly tell that momentum is really on the Redskins' side, and I think that they'll be able to win this game. But I want Detroit to win, so Detroit, the one time I'm asking you, just please prove me wrong. Oakland goes to play Jacksonville. Oakland, I want the Oakland Raiders to win this division. The AFC West is theirs for the taking right now. The Denver Broncos, they are not what they were. Their defense is still really strong, but the Raiders are proving to be a really big threat in that division, not to mention that entire AFC, the AFC in general. I think that this is the year that they prove to everybody that they can do it, that they can be a threat. And I think if they win this game and they keep up, going 5-2, who knows what happens with the Broncos. I don't even know if they're on their bye or not, but I think the Raiders, if they win this game, they could be going somewhere with this division. So I'm going to pick the Raiders on that game. The Saints go to Kansas City to play Andy Reid and the Chiefs. Now, I personally, let me try that again. I personally think Andy Reid will win this game, mostly because, I mean, he has a better team. Defensively, the Chiefs are pretty solid. They're not the best, they're not the worst, but they can make plays happen, and they can shut down some key, components on a certain offense. The Saints, on the other hand, don't have that great of a defense. They allowed 38 points to the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers this year don't average 38 points a game anymore like they did last year. So, Saints defense is still their struggle, and they need to fix that if they want to win some more games. They're 2-3 right now. They're not doing as bad as they did last year, but I think the Chiefs will pull away a win. The only issue is that Drew Brees in that offense, they can put up points. And that's the only thing that Kansas City has to worry about is shutting Drew Brees and that offense down. Like Brandon Cooks, man, he's a beast. And if you can't shut Drew Brees or Brandon Cooks down, you're gonna have a long day. So hopefully the Chiefs can do that if they want to win this game. But if they don't, then it's gonna be a long day. But I'm gonna choose the Chiefs. And let's move on. The Buffalo Bills go to play the Miami Dolphins in AFC East showdown in Miami. And that's a pretty good game. I think Buffalo will keep up with their red hotness. And, I mean, they've won four, just like the Redskins, they've won 4 straight after starting out 2-0. LaShawn McCoy has been, he's been unleashed again. Like, he's going crazy. He scored 3 touchdowns last week. Rex Ryan finally fixed up that defense. And that whole entire team looks like they're starting to click. And I think that they'll pull away a win because Miami is not that great. They're 1-5. They're not. They're 2-4. My mistake. They're 2-4, but they're not doing too well. They're not doing good at all. But they are better than their AFC East opponent, which is the Jets, who host the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday. Baltimore Ravens. Geno Smith is starting. You know something's wrong when Geno Smith is starting. We've seen flashes of Geno Smith being good. We've seen him doing terrible. And Ryan Fitzpatrick leads the league with the freaking 11 interceptions. How do you do that? How do you throw 11? We're only in week 7. How do you throw 11 interceptions in less than 7 games? That is room for concern. And now that you have to put in Geno Smith, I would be really concerned if I was the owner of the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. They need to bounce back. They were 3-0. They're 3-3. I don't know what happened. But they've lost 3 straight, and they need to win a game if they want to keep up with the Steelers, regardless of what happens with them. Oh boy. I'm gonna make my own video on this on Friday, like I'm starting to do. But the 5-0 Vikings come to play the 3-2 Eagles. Vikings. I'm not trying to give up on my team. I'm not trying to say that they'll lose, but honestly, guys, when you look at the Vikings and when you look at the way the Eagles have played the past 2 weeks, who do you really think will win this game? Sam Bradford hasn't thrown an interception, hasn't fumbled the ball. That defense is allowing not even 12, 13 points a game. The wide receivers on that team are crazy. You have the front 4 of that team. Like, Big V is going to need help. And if you don't give him that, Carson Wentz is going to be laid the fuck out on each and every play. He got his jersey ripped up in the first game against the freaking Redskins. Imagine how badly he's going to get hit when he plays the Minnesota Vikings on his own home turf. And that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of this kid getting hurt. That's why I was so skeptical about this whole entire trade with the Vikings to get Sam Bradford for a first-round pick. Because I don't want to see this kid getting hurt. He has so much potential. He got hurt in the very first preseason game. I'm picking the Vikings. The Eagles can upset this team, but the way they've been playing the past 2 freaking weeks, makes me believe that they are not fit for this kind of fight. I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow or Friday. I'm still thinking about it. It might come out tomorrow. It might come out Friday. Stay tuned for that. Colts and the Titans. I'm going to go with the Titans because I hate the Colts, and I think the Colts, they just blew a game against Houston. I think the Titans are also a pretty solid team. They're getting better as the years go by. I think Mariota will pull out a win. San Diego goes to Atlanta to play the Falcons. I'm going to go with the Falcons. This is going to be a good game. Honestly, this is going to be a pretty good game. But I think the Falcons with Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman, all those key components on offense, they will start to click again after losing last week. I think they'll beat the Chargers, but the Chargers will pull up a pretty decent fight. They always do. Just like the Browns, they always manage to put up a fight, but they can't really finish a game. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Then we got Tampa Bay going to San Francisco to play Chip Kelly's new 49ers, aka the fucking 49er Ducks, whatever you want to call them. They're still shitty. They're 1-5. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, they're not that great either, but Chip Kelly, he's not suited to be a coach. He's more like an offensive coordinator. He cannot coach a team. Colin Kaepernick isn't gonna help you win a game. It doesn't matter who your quarterback is when your scheme and when everything you try to do on offense does not work. It just does not connect. You saw with this team. What makes you think it'll work in San Francisco? You need to change more things. You barely changed anything. How do you expect something to work in San Francisco? I feel bad for all your San Francisco fans out there. Now you're dealing with what we dealt with last year. But Buccaneers all the way. New England goes to play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh without Ben Roethlisberger has no shot against Tom Brady, Gronk, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, LeGarrette Blount. Do I need to say more? Not to mention that defense is actually pretty ferocious. New England's going to win this game. And the Steelers, I feel bad. I hope Ben Roethlisberger gets better soon, but Steelers about to go down. And Sunday night is an NFC West showdown between the two birds of the division, the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Man. The fact that the Cardinals are 3-3 and they have nearly the same amount of wins as the Seattle Seahawks, who are 4-1, completely messes with my brain. Whew, man, this is a good game. This is a really good game. It's always a good game, but this year, I don't know. I'm going to go with Seattle. I'm going to stay safe. Seattle's still a strong team. Offensively, they're not terrible. Defensively, they're still pretty ferocious. Arizona's not what they were. They can build momentum off a 28-3 win against the Jets 2 nights ago, but it's not gonna get you too much. Come on, you're 3-3. You're a game. A game and a half out of first, behind Seattle. Tied with the Rams. You're tied with the Rams. That's the Rams. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go with Seattle. I feel like Seattle will pull out a win. And finally, Houston gets another primetime game, back-to-back, but this time it's on a Monday night against the... Oh, my God. I don't know who to pick for this one. It's the Denver Broncos. Forgot that they were playing this week. I feel like they were one of the teams on the bye, to be completely honest with you. I know the Cowboys are on a bye. I don't know who else are on a bye, but... Last time I picked Denver, they lost. Last time I picked Houston, they pulled out a comeback win. I think Houston's going to mount a comeback this week. Beat the Denver Broncos. Trevor Siemian, he's still nursing that arm. It is his left shoulder, but something about that offense just worries me. They did not do too well last week. In the defense, you're playing the Chargers, and you couldn't stop them. Houston, they're not any better. They are better because they're 4-2. The Chargers are 2-4, but I don't know. That's a good game. That's definitely a good game. They're both 4-2. I don't know. I really I'll stick with Houston. I'll go with an upset. You'll see an Eagles video previewing the Minnesota Vikings coming to Philadelphia tomorrow night or Friday afternoon. But until then, please tell me in the comments down below what you guys think about my picks, who you pick. Tell me about your team. What do you think can go wrong? What do you think can go right? Tell me about the Eagles. What do you think is going to happen with Sammy B's return to Philadelphia after, well, like a month and a half? So, I mean, subscribe for more content. And yeah, I'll see you guys Friday night with my Eagles preview video. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Sacred Eagle out. Have a good day, guys.